Hi everyone, John Rain here from the William Smith Training Academy, and today I'm here to talk to you about heat guns. When do we need to use it, how does it affect, and what can it do to interior film, and some heat gun safety basics. So let's start with what does heat do to interior film. So interior film itself is quite a rigid film. So heat will allow us to make this product a little bit more malleable and a little bit more conformable. We've got a whole host of different edges, corners, radiuses that we need to work around. And utilising heat and the right temperature will allow us to achieve that without damaging it. So before we apply this film and start using this heat gun, we'll go through the basics first of safety. These heat guns, and there's loads of different options out there. Now these are the ones that we use, but these nozzles get very, very hot. So one, look after yourself. Two, you're going to be in commercial spaces and domestic spaces, and you don't want that nozzle to touch either somebody's flooring, wallpaper, whatever it may be. It's going to cause a lot of damage very quick. So be cautious of that nozzle, look after yourself, and if you need to, again, one thing that these brands do have is a protective nozzle that goes over it. Worth its weight in gold and avoids a lot of costly errors and protects yourself. Right, so let's apply this film. And let's go into using heat. So on this particular heat gun, we've got a nice analog dial. We like analog because it's quick and efficient. If I need to adjust it from high to low, I can, and I don't need to wait for settings to cycle through. And on my dial down here, I've got 3 settings. I've got setting 1, which is just the fan, setting 2, which is a slow fan speed, and the temperatures of the heating is now on, setting 3, which is high fan speed and temperature. A lot of the time, we'll just use that second setting, so we're in more control of how much heat we're using at any one time. So let's turn this on. In general application, I just need to use enough heat to make that film conformable. So you can see how close my heat gun is. And that there is enough for this particular product to make that material do what I want it to do. Very easy to overheat it, which I see a lot of people do. And normally it's when this is on full setting, which isn't always necessary. So if I keep heating this, you can hopefully be able to see it. So if I target that specific area, we'll turn that off, move that out of the way. Now the camera may or may not be able to see it, but we're starting to get what we call glossing. That is too much heat, and it's a common mistake from especially new fitters. Every finish reacts a little bit differently through multiple brands. Like I said, I just need to use that to make that product conformable and more malleable. Obviously, as soon as I take the heat gun away, that is cooling down, so I need to work against time. So I might need to go and reheat it if I'm finding it getting stiff again. Right, so let's use that exact same piece of film and put it on this corner. So depending on the shape of the corners we've got, I might apply a little bit of heat. So again, how much heat am I using? How close is my heat gun? Just enough to mold it over a corner so I get a nice finish when it comes to doing my cuts and my folds. You don't need a lot. Like I said, it's practice, it's getting a feel for it. But heat control, the more you use it accurately, the easier your life is as an installer. We don't want unnecessary stretch in an install. It's one of the key things that we do. And a lot of our physical training is understand how to use this and how not to make silly mistakes. Okay, so now if we change the scenario from an edge or a corner, for example, where I want limited heat, just enough to make it do what I want it to do. If I was to be conforming around a shape like this, now I want to go to the other side of the spectrum. I want to use a lot more heat because I need more working time. But going back to what I showed you earlier about the film glossing, I still need to be controlled how much heat I use and where I use it. Now I'm not going to do this full demo, just going to show you how much heat I would use. So for conforming, I am going to put the heat gun on full setting. And I'm going to keep the heat gun moving so I don't gloss the film. If I stop the heat gun and I keep it in one place, that will gloss very quick. So heat gun on, keep it moving, keep the heat gun nice and close so you're heating the film up quickly and I'm not wasting time and power. Then once that's done, heat gun down and work with the film. So I'll just do it again quickly. And what I'd be looking for is that film to take on a silk-like effect, and it's time to work with it. If you're new or just getting into interior film and you want to find out more about the opportunities, where it can and can't go, then come and do our Architectural Crash Course on the William Smith Online Academy. It takes 10 minutes, it's totally free, and it'll tell you everything you need to know to get started. And that's all for today's video. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more training tips and tutorials.